So, as you guys know, one of my favorite things to do is go through the comments on the Saints Row videos that you guys leave on them. It's one of my favorite things to see and do when I make these videos. Honestly, might even be the best part. So, last week when I made that rumor mill video talking about how Saints Row 5 could very well be an Epic Games Store exclusive on PC, a lot of people pointed to one very specific thing, and I thought it was very interesting, and I felt like we should talk about it here today. So if you watched the video last week, you'll know that a document was leaked from Epic Games showing the most anticipated PC games coming after 2019. And we showed the list, and I know it's blurry, but this is the best quality available. Saints Row was number 5, and we discussed how they just show the new school Saints Row logo. They don't show anything else, and a lot of people said that this might very well be the remaster, Saints Row the Third Remastered, because that was an Epic Games Store exclusive for the first year of its existence. But we also brought up the fact that it was very strange that A, they wouldn't have put the very specific Saints Row the Third logo to clarify to people in this survey that this was, in fact, a Saints Row the Third remaster, and secondly, that it was very strange that a Saints Row the Third remaster would pull higher than brand new upcoming games that people were very excited for, like Dying Light 2, Dead Island 2, and Watch Dogs Legion, which hadn't come out at the time. And I want to just say that I didn't even think about what I'm about to say here. This video idea completely came from you guys in the comments, because honestly, this was probably the most popular thing being said in the comments and the most upvoted. Maybe they just said Saints Row because it could be a reboot, okay? And a lot of people brought up the fact that Call of Duty Modern Warfare was a reboot. There you got the original COD 4 Modern Warfare, then you've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. They were saying it could be this type of deal. We're also seeing this with Fable right now, okay? The new Fable game on Xbox, it's not going to be called Fable 4, it's just called Fable 2021. So people were hypothesizing in the comments that maybe it's not going to be called Saints Row 5, maybe it's just going to be Saints Row. And then that's just it. It's just a reboot called Saints Row 2021. And the first thing I want to say about this is, yes, that is a very good and possible theory, but also we want to keep in mind that maybe they put Saints Row because they wanted to cover their bases. What do I mean by that? I mean that if they just put Saints Row, then they could be referring to the Saints Row the Third remaster, which, again, as we know, was indeed an Epic Games Store exclusive, and the next Saints Row game. So it doesn't maybe necessarily mean that the next Saints Row game is just going to be called Saints Row. Maybe they were saying that because, okay, if we say Saints Row, we can tell them that we mean the remaster and the next Saints Row game, which, again, presumably we'll call it Saints Row 5. Which, by the way, so many people say, oh, Get Out of Hell is Saints Row 5. You got to think about this like Spider-Man Miles Morales, okay? Spider-Man Miles Morales is not Marvel Spider-Man 2, but it's also not a DLC. It's its own game, but it's not a direct sequel. It's the same thing like Get Out of Hell. But yeah, it just is very interesting. And now when you think about it, like, oh, okay, well, if they were talking about the remaster and maybe Saints Row 5 together, now it makes sense that Saints Row would jump up into that top 5 and be one of the most popular and most anticipated PC games. But to play devil's advocate once again, because I love doing that, it also wouldn't make too much sense for every game in the list to be one game. Like, you don't see Dead Island Remastered and Dead Island 2 together. No, it's just Dead Island 2. It's just Dying Light 2. Just Watch Dogs Legion. It would be kind of weird and maybe not even fair in terms of the ranking to have almost 2 Saints Row games mashed together in the same spot. So that's just the devil's advocate side of things. It's more likely that they're only referencing one game when they say Saints Row. But what game is it? Is it the remaster or is it a new one? And don't forget the most likely scenario as well, because I do think it was a new game. I don't think they were talking about the remaster. It was a new game, but maybe because the next Saints Row game hasn't been officially titled or given an official name yet, that is why Saints Row could just be a placeholder. And of course, yes, that is the most likely scenario. But we can't also come out here and just say, oh, no way it's a reboot. Oh, no, that's BS. It's not true. We don't know. It could very well be a reboot called Saints Row 2021 version of it, right? So, like, we can't just refute that to the side because we don't know. It could very well be that. And honestly, I wouldn't put it past them, okay? Like, it wouldn't be that bad of a decision. I think if they go reboot mode, they try to revive the franchise by kickstarting it in a new direction by using the same name, I think that would be, honestly, a pretty good move, okay? You're starting from scratch again. That doesn't necessarily mean wipe everything from the past, but it means, okay, here's a fresh start, Saints Row. And if they do decide to go the reboot route, which again is very possible, then what's the next interesting question? I wonder if they're going to have a whole new cast of characters and completely forget about everybody from the past. If they're going to bring some old characters to mix in with some new characters. Are they only going to have maybe nods or small references to the old characters and maybe even old locations like Stillwater and Steelport? And also, what are they going to do with the story? And to me, this reboot thing is a real easy way to skate right around the fact that the Earth was blown up, okay? And yes, I know there's also a time machine, and there's a few other ways where you can either retcon or get around that plot line that the Earth was blown up. But this would be a real easy way to get around that. But yeah, that's why this is a very interesting and possible theory made by the Saints Row commenters in these videos. That's why, again, one of my favorite things to do is to read these comments, because you guys are smart, you know what's up, and I love reading these types of comments. And it'll be interesting to see, because honestly, I truly believe Summer Games Fest E3 here in the next, 3 weeks now? We're going to get something here. I truly believe that. And if we don't, it'll be later on, I think, in 2021. And we'll see. If it is just called Saints Row, I'm going to come back to this video and I'm going to laugh, man. And I'm going to go probably tell all the people who hypothesized that, like, said that it's a reboot, and I'm going to be like, dude, or girl, you were right. That is awesome. I can't wait to see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And would you like it to be a reboot, hey? Let me know. Is that something you'd like to see? And don't forget, for more Saints Row content, you know what to do. Like button, subscribe, notification bell, the whole deal. And I'll see you guys in the next one.